25 on the board can allow Sangakkara to attack. It's a very good delivery again. This will be fascinating.
Welegedera has managed to get the ball on a good spot. Good start for him. Good support for Malinga from Welegedera.
He's able to get it to swing back into the right-hander. Of course, it was a ploy that they used in the past against Sehwag. And Welegedera has that ability to do it, bring the ball back in and then slant on a cross. Sehwag, his natural instinct is of course to go after the ball.
No. At full stretch, Virender Sehwag, the ball coming nicely again onto the back.
That has been a way they've been working on him. Let's see what Welegedera does.
Smashed away. You can't bowl there to Sehwag. He's off the mark. 8th ball he's faced. Oh, what a way to get off the mark.
That's just what Welegedera was looking for. But Sehwag up to it. Doesn't nick that time. No footwork at all. But gets a lot of bat on it. He won't be worried. It's early on his innings. The bowlers do look for that, especially Welegedera.
No ball. It was in the air, but it's again gone to the boundary. So consecutive boundaries for Sehwag.
Looking to be straighter. And a big no ball. We did think Ranganahera, who was at square leg substituting for Samaraweera, had a chance. But by the time he reacted, the ball was almost crossing the boundary line.
This time wide of mid-on. No, he's misfielded it. So that's a hat-trick of boundaries. And Sehwag making use of that over-pitch delivery on the leg side.
Well, he deals only in boundaries. Again, no foot movement, but a flick of the wrist. Janta Mendes certainly would need to do better than that.
Now this is Virender Sehwag. He took 8 balls to get off the mark. Got a boundary. Now his strike rate is over 100 because he's hit 3 on the trot. There he goes again. That's good fielding. End of the over, 16 without loss. Nicely worked away. Didn't take much to get that away. It wasn't too bad a delivery, but how easily he played it.
It did help that it was at his pads. Straying that time Sehwag up to it. It's not totally focused on moving towards the ball. But he has great balance about himself and knows to use his hands.
That was a good one. Really took him by surprise. Oh, he just smashed it. Short, he had enough time to almost play it like playing a spinner. 25 without loss.
Now that is a very good delivery. It's a very good delivery that's been punched on the onside easily for 3 in the end. Absolutely nothing wrong. Pull shot. Anything short he's going to go after. He has done so and he smashed it for 4.
Well, it's predictable that it's going to be short and it's going to be leaving him outside the off stump. Sehwag got himself into a position where he felt he could actually go the other way, get himself a boundary. That's why he's such an entertainer, because he's going to take on the challenge.
Nicely played. Just punch back past the bowler and right out of the middle of the bat by the looks of things, and it's going to go for 4 runs. That is a remarkable stroke.
Beautifully punched back. This is a rare shot. Tendulkar does it a lot. Off the back foot, just punched back hard past the bowler for 4. It's a rare shot, I tell you. This is a treat to watch. Beautifully executed. Just on the back foot, just felt that he had a chance to punch it right back. Brilliantly executed.
Slower ball. Well watched.
I think they're pretty aware of this particular capability of Malinga, the slower one, and
He smashed that one. That was just a little bit too short, a bit too wide, and not very quick, and deserved that treatment. Brings up the 50.
really went after that, Virender Sehwag. Now, mind you, there are 3 fielders in the covers as well. He's got to be careful not to hit it to them, because the amount of power that he's unleashing, he's not bothering to keep it down. That whizzed past Sangakkara.
And that line of attack continuing. Sehwag will be doing his level best to control himself, but we know that he can lose concentration. He did it certainly in Gaul, and every now and again he gets a bit impatient with watching balls go through to the keeper. He might just have a go at it, and so they're trying to wear him down. This is quite an interesting passage of play.
Both opening bowlers have had extended spells. Not going to see much more of that though.
Oh, he likes to hit it that way. If he can get inside it, you can see now that was an example of him getting just a little bit impatient with allowing the ball outside off stump to go through to the keeper. That time he moved across and premeditated the short ball and hit it well.
He picked his spot. It was brilliant to watch because there was a fielder in the deep, but in front of the square leg umpire. No one behind, and he swivels and gets it behind square.
Yeah, very well played. He's such an aggressive player. So all of a sudden he's got himself to 42. More runs for Virender Sehwag.
There we have Welegedera straight away moving the fielder backward of square. The second one for the over. In fact, he's been bowling everything short. Sehwag shot zone. And all the ones in yellow are the shots that he's played on the leg side. Hasn't he picked many from outside the off stump?
So they're trying to frustrate him out here. Ball down the ground, in the air, and that's a flat bat shot straight past where mid-off might normally be standing, and it's gone whistling into the fence for 4.
Well, good players find ways out of situations. And he's picking the short ones and hitting them over the bowler's head. Hitting it away from where the fielders are.
So much depends on Sehwag when it comes to this match. If Sehwag keeps going like this, he can turn this whole match on its head. He's the danger man from Sri Lanka's point of view. Thing is, he does it so fast. The end of the over, 71 for 1. In the air and wide of first slip. Well, there was one that would have gone to that fourth slip they sometimes employ, and that brings up his half century. So Sehwag's 23rd Test 50.
Took 8 balls to open his account, but gets to 1544. Intentional, you could say. Well, he needs to kick on.
Oh, he's gone across on the leg side. Oh, that was a bit risky. Again, premeditating. I think probably expecting the short one.
Welegedera read that well. Looked to go at the stumps and Fuller.
First wicket so far on this tour. Oh, and he's dropped him. Straight back at him, and that could so easily have been the turning point in this match. That was Sehwag having a go at him. It went straight back. It's a sort of caught and bowled that can stick, because it hit, I think he hit it straight back at him, almost around about tummy high. Oh no, he never looked like catching it, did he? So 98 for 2.
He just keeps it simple. Just nothing that can fuzz that mind of his. He's so uncomplicated. And enormous talent. Has to be. We can't come up with shots like that, because when he hits them, they literally stay hit, you know. Rarely do you see the mistimed shots. Absolutely marvelous. And that's been clubbed for 4. Just a little bit of room. Saw that coming in. Virender Sehwag had it covered, and that's a great response.
How differently the pitch has reacted. A couple of balls ago, the ball just spat at Tendulkar. But this one coming ever so easy. Just waiting to be hit. And Sehwag took his time, moved back, gave himself room and hit it right into the gap. Look at that, 66 of 61 balls. Going well at over a run a ball.
Just got to measure the length of Mendis's fingers. The ball looks so small in his fingers. That's why he can use them so well. That's Sehwag all along the ground. All over the ground. How do you limit this cricketer? Take a look at that for a shot. I think he's got his 7,000. Just about. Or has he? That is a direct hit, and it's going to be referred. There's not too much enthusiasm, but you still have to wait and see.
Yes, I think Simon Toffel also felt that Sehwag had made his ground. Good throw to hit the stumps. Umpire is in position. Umpire Toffel in position. But Sehwag, look well how he has grounded his bat.
Yeah, I think he had it covered, Simon Toffel. It's just that he wanted to make sure that the bat hadn't gotten up off the ground when the ball hit the stumps. Just wanted to make sure that the bat was grounded, because it was really touch and go. But Virender Sehwag, 7,000.
He's hit that one beautifully, and that's gone to mid-wicket, and it'll go all the way down to the boundary for 4. So that brings up the 150. It's now 153 for 2. Well, he's got that one away down towards square leg. And see, the thing is that they're getting the boundaries anyhow, so such good players, especially Sehwag, when it comes to getting 4s away. Perhaps he started to think about making sure he gets his 100 before the close of play. He's on 84. Well, he'll do it easy. See, it's still quite risky, that shot there. Doesn't mind taking chances, that's for sure. Oh, he plays a reverse sweep. Unbelievable. Just for a single.
That's nicely played, beautifully timed as well, and that's gone for 4. Goodness me, that's an extraordinary shot. That man at third man didn't have far to go, and he was beaten by a rocket. End of the over, 179 for 2.
Now then, let's see what happens with Sehwag on strike. Again, just steering it down through gully for 1. So there's the point that Arun Lal was making again. And he got a little bit of extra little purchase on the ball that we didn't see from Mendes. So I think this is the right decision. Just looking at the field here, they've got a forward short leg. There's no leg gully in there. There's no slip in there. He's going round the wicket. Oh, and straight away you can see why they've got to be lots of fieldsmen around the bat, especially early on. Let's see if it hit the bat. It certainly sounded very woody.
How far was that from short leg? It was, I thought he got an inside edge. Yes, a big bat. And it was in the air for a while. But really far away from that short leg fielder.
Short delivery that time, pulled away down towards square leg. Is it his 100? Yes, it is. Beautifully played. Once again, Virender Sehwag has registered a century in quick time. And that quick time is 90 balls, 21 test hundreds, 5th against Sri Lanka, 3rd in Sri Lanka. And, well, it's just an outstanding performance from a wonderful aggressive cricketer.
Magnificent. What can you talk about Virender Sehwag? He holds the key. He's got that 100 that he must have been wanting so desperately overnight. That should settle the nerves. But why not have another close-in fielder? Why is it that you have such a spread out field for Virender Sehwag? The edge has just gone straighter than it would have if there were 2 short legs. They may have had a chance. I still think that to attack him, you've got to have a line from outside the off stump for Randeep.
So the see it factoid here. 20th as an opener, 20th in first innings. Interesting. 5th versus Sri Lanka, 3rd in Sri Lanka, 4th in 2010. Oh boy, he just keeps piling on these runs. That's in the air, and they've taken the catch, but I don't think there was any bat there. That spun past the inside edge. There might have been 2 noises. That is often the case. Bat perhaps hitting the pad, but the ball seemed to me to miss the bat by a long way.
Yes, there was no question about the fact that it was nowhere near the bat. He in fact didn't push at it. Kept the bat close to the pad.
Oh, it's in the air, it's going over the top. No, he's going to be caught. Yes, they've got him at mid-off. Sehwag has lost his concentration as well. That is a dreadful shot. He stood there, tried to smash the ball over the offside field against the spin. It stopped on him a little bit, turned, and the danger man is gone.
This is a huge wicket. I was about to say he's not going to like that silly point fielder, and he's going to really go after the bowling. Very first ball that he saw outside the off stump, he let go at it. Ball came in, wasn't the easiest of shots to play, and deserving wicket for Randeep because he is getting a lot of turn. Virender Sehwag can't believe his shot selection. Gloom all around in the Indian camp. Sehwag is gone for 109, 199 for 4.